Yo, what's going on? All right, so I got the D2 lowering springs right here, and we got the 2020 SI. So let's get this bad boy in here, and I'll show you guys how we take the springs off in the rear and the front and swap them out. All right, so we got the car jacked up in the air on jack stand. So first, what you're gonna want to do is look for the control arm, which is right here. There's gonna be a bolt right here, and this little what was it, little 17. You're gonna undrill that one. Oh, that's too big. Wait, what the flip? Oops. All right, got the car jacked up in the air. What you're gonna want to do is, you know, take the wheel off first, obviously, but you got your lower control arm. You got a bolt right here, which is this one. Goes in right here. Take it out. You got one in the back. I think this is a 12 or 13. Obviously, just take that one out. This whole control arm will pop out and this spring will come out. So I'll get back to you guys when I get the spring out. All right, so here are the two bolts right here. This was a 12, so it's like a 17. But after you take that back one out, it's a pain because that's the sway bar end link bolt. So the sway bar's right there, as you can see, and you're gonna have to line it up when you put it back. But after you take those two bolts out, this is just gonna be flopping, and you can go ahead and take the spring out. And there's your spring. All right, so here's the spring comparison. I don't know why these look so much bigger than these, but after you take this one off, there's gonna be these two bump stops on there. For the bottom, for the top, all you're gonna do is twist them off. Literally just twist them and twist them back on this side. This one has, this is for the bottom. It has two little bumps, and those little bumps are gonna be that hole right there and that hole. So you're just gonna match it up and literally just put this spring back in the same way, and you should be all right. So I'm gonna do that right now, and I'll get back to y'all when this spring is in. All right, so one down out of 4, but that's okay. It's not too bad as I thought. You just really have to be careful with the sway bar end link. You just gotta line it up. What I did was I used that screwdriver over there. You can use the flathead or the Phillips head. Put it in the hole, line it up to the bolt, and then just put it through, and you should be all right. And use the jack it up on that side, pick it up, and you'll be good. So again, it's just these two bolts, 17 and a 12, I think. And there's a spring. It's in. She ain't going nowhere. I'm gonna drop this side, do the other passenger side rear, and then we'll move on to the fronts. The fronts is where it's way different. So we get the easy part out of the way, and we do the hard part. So let's do it. Oh, this is like a big ass time jump. You're fucking. All right. Anyway, this is like a big ass time jump. I did the fronts. All the rears are done. We are having trouble with the top strut bolt. But other than that, we just need to put that one back in. It's being a bitch. Matt's truck's ready. We're gonna go get that. We're gonna come back, and then we're gonna finish this, and then he'll probably go over the truck. So yeah. So anyway, when you take the strut off, you have to take apart all this shit just to take the spring out. So yeah.
That is kind of a wild setup Honda did there.
Yeah. Yeah. Note to self: don't ever buy springs. Buy coils.
What you mean? Is it that bad?
It's that bad. The fronts are bad. The rears aren't.
Daggum.
You can see where it looked like.
Yeah, I can see where y'all was doing some things.
Yeah, you can see where we were beating the shit out of it. Hey, note to self though. I mean, ghetto. That's how you do it right there.
So I told him, he was like, how am I supposed to put an Allen on there? I was like, take the socket, set it down on the nut, leave nothing on it, get some vice grips or channel locks, whatever, and then put the Allen through it. Bada bing. So I'm gonna put the camera down. We're gonna see if we can't get this hoe buttoned up and maybe take it down to the dead end. Ooh, if it's not too flooded.
Yeah.
Take it down to the dead end. And
the steering wheel is not straight, by the way. So maybe
oh,
we gotta do some.
Oh.
We're gonna have to do with some
alignment.
Yeah, lamination, the ghetto alignment. I mean, it's right here. Steering rack's right here. So
no, we'll get it.
Yeah.
If you didn't adjust the tie rod any.
No tie rod.
Oh, okay. It'll straighten back out then.
Okay.
It
Because
should.
Chris was like, maybe if we move it, it'll straighten out. I was like, I mean, you can try it. So he moved it. I mean, he's like, the steering wheel's straight, but that side was crooked. And I was just like, man, we just gotta wait till it put it on the ground.
Yeah.
We'll be good. So
probably. But we're gonna put the camera down and get to it. All right. So I don't know how well of an installation style video you made this.
It was. It's not a good one.
Okay. Well, hopefully, if you're struggling with this on an SI,
it's in. So,
yeah.
All right, real quick. If you hear that little clunk, and it's like this, it's in. So it's ready to. You can bolt everything up. You can put the back bolt right here in, which is this one. This one goes in the back. That's what separates this from the strut. So just
and the main way you'll know, like, I mean, you need this big knob hanging to the back, and you'll know because on the shaft of the bottom of the strut, there's an indentation in part of the shaft. That's where that bolt has to slide through. That's a relief cut for the bolt to go through it. So if you have it turned wrong, the bolt won't go through it. You'll know you did it wrong because the bolt won't line up. But basically what we're saying, how we couldn't get it to go in. So the easiest way that we found, we tried it different ways. So if we had this hub assembly too relaxed, the axle would pop out. You have to have the strut out, line up the axle and get it right to where the axle's seated, and gently rotate the hub right here. Rotate it out this way until you can get this to slide into it, and then slowly bring it back. But the axle has to be popped in before you do that, because if you do it with the axle popped out, you'll never get it to pop back in. So, but we figured it out pretty quick. So old Christian gonna button everything back up, and then we'll get the wheel slap back on, and we got a little bit of daylight left, so we'll take the car probably down to the dead end of our road and post up and do some nice B-roll and take a couple nice pictures of it. So till then.
All right, we got this shit all together. You make sure, do not, I repeat, do not use an impact gun on this one or this one. The YouTube videos lie. That's all I gotta say. If it's a 2020, I don't know, it might be different for every other SI.
I'm the king of stripping bullets. You should listen to this.
Yeah. So don't use an impact gun on this one or you're fucked. All right, that's all I gotta say. Other than that, we're gonna put the tire on, drop the car back on the floor, and then we're gonna tighten the 2 top strut bolts, and we should be good. And then we're probably gonna go take some photos or something. So yeah.